First story, The Frozen Survivor's Tale. The winter of 1997 was the kind that settled deep into your bones. It was relentless. The kind of cold that turned lakes into mirrors and the breath from your lips into clouds that vanished too quickly. I never imagined that winter would be the one to leave a scar so deep it would chill me even in the summer heat. I was 17 and eager for an adventure, like every kid from a small, forgettable town. My family owned a cabin in the Alaskan wilderness, perched by a lake that froze like glass every winter. It was beautiful but lonely. That December, I decided to spend a few weeks there alone, a mix of wanting independence and simply needing space from my parents. The first few days were idyllic. The cabin was a cocoon of warmth, the fireplace crackling as snowflakes danced against the windows. The lake, solid and shimmering under the pale sun, was my escape. I skated for hours, laughing at my own clumsiness and the echo of my voice in the silence. But the silence didn't last. It was on the fourth night when I heard it, a faint, distant sound, like a howl but lower, almost human. I tried to convince myself it was the wind cutting through the trees, but deep down I knew better. By the fifth day, the sound became regular, every night just as darkness swallowed the horizon. It was closer now, and with each echo my skin prickled. Then came the footprints. I found them just beyond the cabin's front steps, leading from the woods to the frozen lake. They weren't human, not exactly. They were larger, oddly spaced, and clawed at the edges, as though some beast had wandered out of a nightmare and into my reality. That night I locked every door and window, though the cabin's thin walls felt like paper against the unknown. I barely slept, gripping a fire poker as I sat by the dying embers of the fireplace. When morning came, I found new tracks. They circled the cabin. I decided to leave. Packing quickly, I grabbed what essentials I could and stepped outside into the blinding whiteness. The tracks were fresh and unmistakable. They led from the cabin to the center of the lake, where the ice had cracked in jagged, unnatural patterns. And there, standing motionless, was a figure. At first, I thought it was a person, a man, maybe. But as I squinted against the snow, my heart nearly stopped. It was tall, impossibly tall, wrapped in something black and tattered that moved as though alive. Its face, or what should have been a face, was nothing but shadow. It turned toward me. I don't remember running back into the cabin. I don't remember the hours I spent curled by the fire, shaking, waiting for dawn. All I remember is the sound, the steady tap, tap, tap of something heavy against the windows. By morning, it was gone. I didn't wait to see if it would return. I left everything behind, driving through the snow-packed roads as fast as my car would allow. I didn't tell anyone. Not my parents, not my friends. I didn't think anyone would believe me. But the cabin stayed in the family, and last year, my brother decided to renovate it. He sent me a photo of the lake, now serene and calm in the summer light, but it wasn't the lake that caught my eye. It was the shadow in the corner of the frame, standing at the edge of the water, staring back at him.